There you go. We're live.
Sorted.
We're
Fantastic.
live. So that's it. Welcome to the Man Cave.
Thank you very much.
You finished your beer already.
I have. Yes, very thirsty.
It was that wonderful dinner that I made.
It must have been.
That's what it was. So my friend Matthew Harvey.
Indeed.
How many long have we known each other now?
Wow, that is a question. Since
It's got to be. We must have been about 9
8,
or 10.
9, yeah. I don't know,
So-
actually. 8, 9? Yeah, 9.
So what, we're
probably.
getting on 30. We're getting on about 31 years.
Yeah. Thanks to my mum and your gran.
That was it when I used to come for holidays.
Exactly.
30 years though.
That's a long time.
See, this is why I kind of wanted you on the podcast, because it's a really good way to kind of reflect on, because we've known each other for so long and we've seen all those kind of changes, a lot of it together.
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of like, you know, I wanted to see where it's good to have that kind of common ground really for it all. But I mean, I've already explained what we do.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to do with this, and I'm just trying to find out what's in people's man cave. So what's in that zone that you would do if you didn't have to pay bills, or you would just spend all your time doing and stuff?
Wow, that's the question. Well, I like gaming, obviously. I like my Xbox.
So your Xbox.
Love my Xbox, yeah. I like playing basically sports games most of the time. Kicked in with maybe some Call of Duty or something like that.
Okay. Do you play FIFA as well?
Yeah.
So you play the football and the basketball?
Basketball, American football.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. Major film head. Love my films, love my DVDs.
Yeah.
Now I've bought less now.
Are you still collecting DVDs?
I still have DVDs, yeah.
Really?
I'm old school. I like to see what I've got. I like to have my collection.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
That's fascinating. So what do you like? So what do you like about having a physical thing?
Collection. I don't know. I just think it's easier. I like to. So if I want to pick a film that I want to watch, I can go and I can scan. And I like seeing what I've sort of accumulated, if you like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't really talk. I mean, you can see I'm surrounded by records.
Yeah.
Like, I've got vinyl everywhere, but I hardly ever play it. That's the thing, is like, because it's so easy to stream everything.
This is the thing now with the likes of like Netflix, Amazon.
Keep doing that. It's going to keep coming through on there.
Right. But yeah, with the likes of like Amazon, Netflix, it's easier now, even better to watch films or TV series that you like. So
what kind? I mean, you've already said, like, in your man cave. So ideally what you'd have is, so you obviously have an Xbox in there.
Yes.
Have a decent TV,
very nice
something with
Samsung.
a nice response on it. A Samsung.
See,
it has to be Samsung, doesn't it?
There's no other.
Do you know that they've just this week? It was on Hot Deals. They're doing a Samsung, quite a good, from the budget range.
Oh, right, okay.
I think there was a 55 and it was like 3 with a code off of eBay.
Right.
I think it was Argos eBay. And with the code it was 10% off. So I think it went down to about $380 for a 55 really for a Samsung. But then I looked at because my mum was looking for a TV. I looked at a similar, I think it was a different model of the same series. And that one apparently has excellent responses for gaming,
right?
And I think that one came out about $340. And I was like, I'm kind of like, I was like, that was tempting, but that was only a 42. So that was only a 42 or 43.
Well, we've got what have we got now? We've got a 47. Wanted to go bigger, but the missus.
Well, how big is your house? How big is the room?
It's big.
Right.
It could have.
Is it bigger than this room?
No, not quite. No.
So
I'd probably say from,
because they say that it's however many feet away, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think when I go around like George's house, he's got like 55. He's had a 55-inch since he used to live in his old house, but we were. It was 2 feet away from the sofa, so he had his 55-inch or 60-inch TV. and you're 2 feet away from it, and it was like, wow, you really can see the quality of it. But
yeah, the missus didn't want the TV to dominate the room, so it was kind of like, okay, so we'll stretch to our 47-inch.
Isn't that that's normally the way, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is normally the way.
You have to give in. There's always give and take. You know, it's the first house we moved in together, or flat, should I say? Mm-hmm. So yeah, a little bit give and take on that one.
Yeah, but that's all right though. But so there'd be a decent telly and there'd be an Xbox
soundbar as well.
Soundbar. So obviously all the DVDs are all stacked everywhere.
They're all
ready to go.
We've got shelves,
what do you play them on? What do you play just on the Xbox?
Yes, now we
so you play.
Used to have a DVD player. I know they're going out of fashion now.
Okay, I'm surprised you even found one.
Yeah, I've had one for 10, 15 years, which was still playing.
So you buy new stuff, or do you collect old stuff as well? Both. Oh, so you collect old stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're a collector. See, this makes more sense.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
If you're not a consumer, I was going to say, if you're actually a collector of films on DVD.
Yeah, if I see something that I haven't got and it's a favourite of mine or something like that, I'll go and get it. Like today, funnily enough, at my work, somebody was giving away DVDs before they went to charity, and one of the ones I picked up was Goodfellas, which
classic.
One of the classics. So I thought I'll have that.
Do you know they're making a new one?
Yes, on Netflix.
It's not called Goodfellas. Yeah,
I believe.
Is it The Irishman?
I think it's called The Irishman. Martin Scorsese is.
Oh, I thought The Irishman was a Ed Norton movie that was done with Bruce Willis.
No, The Irishman. I'm sure it's called The Irishman. You may want to look at that up.
Okay.
But it's obviously got De Niro, Pesci, I believe, and the other guy from Heat, where they did. Oh, what is his name? Oh, I'm terrible. Oh,
from Heat, where you got Pacino.
Pacino, that's the one. Yeah,
you got Al Pacino.
So they've got all
Robert
those
De
three
Niro.
on screen as well, with a few others coming. So,
I think I have heard some whispers about it. It's
I think it might be next month that it comes out as well.
Yeah. See, you must admit the streaming stuff's changed the game, hasn't it?
Completely.
I mean, I can't get over the amount of stuff. Even I would even say that iPlayer, BBC got ahead of the game.
It did, yeah.
I think their service, and I'm sure, I might get corrected on this, but I've got a feeling that whoever developed the iPlayer service must have had a hand in the other streaming services.
Possibly.
Because I think it's pretty flawless in its delivery and its execution.
I'm impressed with it. That ITV, maybe not quite as much, but certainly those, Channel 4 as well, another one, All 4.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the idea of it to start with, I must admit.
What, the streaming?
The streaming, because
what was that?
I remember when we had BBC 3. BBC 3, great channel.
It was all streaming, wasn't it, BBC 3?
And
it went to BBC.
Stream. It was on normal TV, and they used to have all the documentaries with like Stacey Dooley and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then there was the announcement saying they were cutting the TV channel.
Yeah,
but they were just going to make it pure streaming.
Yeah.
And I thought, is this going to work?
Mm-hmm.
But it clearly has, and I'm always on it as well. So it's just maybe the transition.
I think the only show I've watched on BBC 3, there was the UK Rap Star one.
Yes,
which is okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was a bit of a. If I'm going to be honest, it felt like a bit of a fix, because I think they decided from day one who they wanted to take on as an artist on it.
Yeah.
And it didn't really matter what any of the other guys did, and and it's funny as well, because they went with a guy from London, and it was like, okay, spoiler alert,
brilliant.
They went with a guy from London. It's like, okay.
But were the judges anyone of note, or was it?
Unless you know Grime, Crep and Conan. Okay. You know Crep and Conan?
I've heard the name.
So they did I Spy. I think Crep was what's his name's brother? No, cousin. A guy that got killed in a car crash. Cadet.
Oh right, yeah.
It was Cadet's. It was Cadet's cousin.
Okay.
And he actually wrote a kind of like, a letter to Cadet, which was a sad kind of rap song about him, which did really well. I mean, that whole scene's just
blew up, hasn't it?
Mate, I can't even. I mean, I remember. I mean, well, you know how much of a hip hop head I was when I was a kid.
Time.
I mean, we had like Wu-Tang, we had all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was always wanting to like the stuff that was in the UK, but there was really nothing that was comparable.
No.
There was nothing that was worth following. It was all like, it was sort of like American beats with almost an American accent over the top of it. But from a London point of view, it didn't really work, did it?
It didn't work for me. I'm not. I'll say I'm not really a grime fan now. To be fair, I mean, I know it's blown up, and I know there are a lot of fans out there that love it. Not really my scene, but it's one of those things. It's hard to say. I'm not. That's just not my beat. I'm more of a metalhead.
Well, yeah, you like rock music and stuff like that.
I like my hip hop now and again.
Just so a little bit more closer to the mic, just a little bit, because when you as long as you're picking it up, it's all right. It's just I try and keep about like just under a fist, nearby. You can move the arm if you want, just a little bit towards you if it's more comfortable. There you go. That's probably better. That's it. Because but then this thing happened. You know, this kind of like this wave. Not small. I wasn't really interested with grime. No. But this new thing, this kind of, I suppose Stormzy was one of the main. Yeah,
he's probably brought it to the forefront as well.
Definitely, but I mean Wiley, Kano. I was into Kano for a long time before.
I didn't mind some of his tracks either.
But all of those guys kind of came to fruition. But it's now UK rap, and I think do you know? I think what the big difference is that like what we normally do, we take something that someone else has created, so we've got tape rap, we make it our own.
Yeah, and our own twist on things.
And the only way that we could have made it our own was with the language.
Yes.
So not with the kind of like the Jamaican type patois kind of London, like, you know, or like that, what, you know, and all this kind of stuff. The way that kids talk, and the way that a lot of the younger guys that are now like 24, which I used to train at basketball and stuff like that. That whole language has developed into a whole new vocabulary.
Yeah,
and it's using the wordplay as well to actually reference things that are just so. And it's amazing because when I went over to New York. And I was playing a bunch of stuff to Greg and the rest of the guys and anybody that I would meet, because I was like a massive kind of like, you know, cheerleader for this stuff, because it was my stuff and it's the best stuff. And I'm sure, you know, and they were all just like, yeah, but New York is the thing. So I was trying to kind of like do a bit of a cultural exchange over there, and they were kind of like, what did they say again? And what did it? And they went, and they were like, as they thought about it, I said, listen to the lyrics, listen to what they're saying, and now there's whole YouTube videos of American guys listening to UK rap and then kind of like stopping it halfway and goes, wait, I get that, get that. He moved, and people like Santan Dave and those guys are really kind of like coming through.
Well, I think you also see collaborations as well now that maybe not a lot, but you still see some of the American.
Yeah, so there's a massive one out at the moment with gigs. It's I'm gonna totally destroy this one. Casanova featuring Gigs, and he's like a big New York rap artist. And Gigs is a grime artist, but Gigs speaks slowly.
Okay.
Through the whole thing. He almost is on, like, you know, on the slow button on the tape deck.
Yeah.
You know, he just speaks and it connects, it rhymes. It's not like kind of like an AJ Tracy or anybody that raps fast or anything like that. He's very slow and very precise in what he says, and I think that's going to go well for him.
Yeah, because, I think so.
Because they'll be able to understand what he's talking about a little bit. But so yeah, it's a very good time for that kind of stuff. So it is very good. But yeah, so you've got the collection of DVDs going on. Okay, obviously you have a nice chair in there.
Yeah, I don't really have my chair. I have our sofa, which is nice 3 seats.
Do you do gaming on the sofa, with Holly around, or do you don't have a kind of separate area?
To be fair, when I do my gaming, a lot of the time either Holly's not there or she's asleep. So either or. But yeah, it's total comfort for me.
So is there anything else that you kind of like? I mean, you've got all that kind of stuff. The films, what do you kind of gravitate to? I want to know about films and TV, because TV's real interesting now.
Well, with TV, not so much regular TV anymore, but certainly with Netflix coming on the scene. I only got Netflix this year, So it's
really?
It's been a
so you're playing catch up.
So I am playing catch up with a lot of series.
I must admit, I got rid of mine a year ago, so I've been a year out of it, but I haven't really missed out on anything.
I'm glad I have now. I can see what everyone's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, it can't be this great. What's going on? Then the next minute, I'm like 3 seasons into something. So
yeah, you do get that way.
Big time.
The Top Boy. That's
Top Boy. Yeah. Well, I watched the original series, which was obviously on BBC to start with, and then when I heard that
first two
seasons. Yeah, and then I heard obviously that Drake, I believe, financed this one.
Yeah,
and it went
the
down a
production
storm.
value's gone properly.
Yeah.
Through the roof,
and I believe they're looking at doing another season.
Oh, easily! It's been very, very successful.
It was. I really enjoyed it.
It's been uncomfortable. I mean, I found the original two quite uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah,
but this
might
is
have taken it up a little notch.
This feels quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This feels quite The
way they done it, produced it, shot it. Yeah, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
So that's a good one to actually pick up there. The Boys on Amazon. Have you watched that?
I have. Thankfully, I was lucky enough to see the first season, and I was hooked.
That's
absolutely
good.
Hooked.
That's
I liked
clever.
it because it was more adult.
It's very adult,
and obviously it's not for youngins or anything like that. But
very dark take on superheroes.
Yes, and I like the twist. The twist that were in it.
No spoiler.
No,
just in case.
All the twists and turns that go on throughout the season, if you like, kept me going, kept me wanting to watch. I think that's the key to a series is after you've watched an episode, you immediately want to watch the second one.
The binge,
and you find yourself getting binging on stuff.
What do you think about the binging thing? Do you think it's a good thing?
Personally, probably now
because remember how we used to consume things.
Yes.
And we used to kind of like, wait all week for something, and then watch it.
I still
watch
like
it
that
all together.
You have the. I like both. I like to be able to do both. I mean, it will depend on whatever series it is, and also I think it's the length of an episode is a big thing for me now. Recently, I've started watching originals, which is like vampires, werewolves kind of fantasy.
Yeah,
it's a spin-off of Vampire Diaries, but the originals is a bit more adult. Sorry if anyone that thinks it's not, but I think it is.
The Vampire Diaries came off as a bit like Smallville with fangs.
Yes, basically, but obviously extremely popular. But the originals, the time of an episode is like 41 minutes. And it's just perfect because you can reel off maybe 2 or 3 to do so. So I prefer those kind of seasons when I'm watching stuff. Amazing.
Is that a documentary?
No, this is a drama.
It's a drama. Okay.
Yeah, Viola Davis is the main lead. She won, I believe, she got a Golden Globe or Emmy for this, and it's fantastic. You never know what's going to happen, and then it leaves you on the edge of your seat thinking, and I need. So I can't skip ahead as much as I really want to. Yeah. So it's one of when we've got time, we'll sit down, and that's almost like an hour long.
I mean, how do you? Okay, so the whole streaming thing has come to fruition, similar to box sets, and it used to be get box sets on physical disc.
Yes, exactly.
And then binge watch with your girlfriend.
Yep.
So this started the box set revolution,
Absolutely,
didn't it?
It did.
Now these box sets have moved to a streaming service. We watched at any time.
Any place, anywhere, yeah.
And so, I mean, that freedom is kind of carried over from having the available box sets and stuff. But is that good or bad? Because, I mean, you'll get through something which probably took a year or two to make.
Yeah.
If you really go hard, you could probably get through a whole thing in a week, a whole season in a week.
Well, that's pretty much what I've done with the originals that I started to watch. I'm on episode 10, I think, and I only started watching it Monday.
And I mean, does that kind of like, is there a high and low of that? Of like, I wish I'd made that last longer? Or
yeah, maybe, but I also look at how many seasons there are.
Yeah,
if it's like the one season where it's maybe it's just come out, I do try and look to make sure there is another season or there's one in the works, because that's one thing I don't want to get engaged in a season and really like it, and then realise that it's been cancelled. So that's obviously a big risk with a lot of these new dramas.
But a lot of the American stuff, they go on and on and on.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes go too far.
I think so. I think that could be said about film franchises as well.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
Well, film franchises, they're not getting hit by it though, are they?
No.
With things like Marvel out at the moment.
Yeah, that's
10-year runs.
But Fast and Furious. I mean,
oh god, yeah. See, I want to see Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes,
have you seen it?
I haven't yet.
No, I haven't seen it. I want to see Hobbs and Shaw.
I quite like the dynamic between The Rock, Dwayne
I would
Johnson,
say it's not a Fast and the Furious film.
No, they say it's more of a
standalone.
Yeah, standalone spin-offy, because obviously the characters already.
Yeah. And
I think Jason Statham and Rock
work
quite well.
The whole Fast and the Furious things, I think I watched Fast and the Furious 5. I can't remember 5. I watched the one where it was kind of like, one of the last ones that they did. Was it
before Paul Walker died?
It was the one that Paul Walker didn't finish.
Right, okay, yeah.
So I don't know.
And they were in the two cars, and then they split off at the end.
Yeah, very. Oh, hello.
Hello.
And
we got another guest here.
I know. Loki always makes a cameo every time. He's done that on, I think, at least the first podcast he did that, and he's done it. I think he knows.
He knows.
He's a mascot. But I watched that and I just felt, okay, you're just trying to jimmy cars into a movie.
But I think it's getting away from the cars now.
Originally it was Loki, get down.
You're right.
Get down. I think that originally it was about cars.
It was.
And it was about cars. That was the whole thing.
The beautiful cars that were in the movie. And now it was
about
away.
driving, and it was just, and now they're kind of jimmying it in. It's just an action movie. I don't know.